From the TBD studios, let's talk live with your hosts, Natasha Barrett and Melanie Hastings.
Well, the kids may be enjoying summer, but hey, we know school is right around the corner. So how do we get your kids back in the routine? Author of the book, Strong from the Start, Rena Weiner is here to help the yelling and the morning stress keep it to a minimum. Help these parents out. It's such a hard time. I know for the kids, I did it. You have to transition back into the time, the breakfast, the homework. How do we do it?
You start a little early. That's the tip.
So we got to get up earlier.
Well, while you have some time, because it's August, almost August, and we're thinking about the kids going back to school, and most parents are hoping they're going to be going back to school.
Did you ever see the commercials, the most wonderful time of the year for Staples?
No.
The Christmas music's playing. Get the kids out of here.
Because they're getting ready. Everybody's getting ready. So how do you organize mornings, school mornings, so that it's more organized, less stressful, and generally less rushed?
All right, let's run through the list. First, you say schedule a family kitchen table meeting.
Right, gather the family together. Anybody who is normally there on school mornings, the parents, the kids, maybe a nanny, grandparents, get everybody together, sit at the kitchen table, and bring maybe a laptop or a pen and a pencil and ask the kids what can they do to get ready for school in the morning.
So you ask the kids, you don't tell them.
Exactly.
Why? Why don't you just say, hey, you're getting up at this time, you're eating that.
Because you want them to contribute, you want them to become confident decision makers. And once you give them the responsibility, most often kids will step up and want to be part of the discussion.
And you say make reasonable choices. What do you mean by that?
If they want to wear the blue shirt instead of the green shirt, if they decide that they want to take a shower the night before, the morning of, when do they want to lay their clothes out, what do they want to buy lunch, bring lunch, and so forth. Let them have some autonomy, because especially when they're very young, there are very few opportunities for that. The more they're kind of buy into this, the more they'll cooperate.
It's kind of like a pick your battle kind of thing too.
It's not, right, it really isn't worth it. And the more independence that they develop over time, the more responsibility and the more effective decision-making skills they have, then the more time parents have to get ready for whatever their day holds.
Now, you say do some dress rehearsals, run through. You mean like set the alarm in August and get up and get ready?
Yeah, I know. People do not love that suggestion. I can tell you right off the bat.
I always had this plan when I would go back, about a week before we'd have to go back to school, I'd set the alarm early, and that never lasted. I slept in.
Well, of course. but if you, let's say, okay, you do it next week for like 2 mornings.
Okay.
And then a week or 2 after, a couple of mornings, so that the routine gets to be more familiar and that you can make changes as necessary.
And it's less depressing. You're not thinking, oh, now it's a week left. Now it's 3 days left to that day.
Right.
That alarm goes off. My goodness. You say be available, but don't do it for them.
Exactly. Don't jump in right away if the kids are having a little bit of a problem. I always like to say, if you step back, you allow the children to step forward. It's like a little dance. Everybody can't step forward at the same time. So allow a couple of extra minutes so that they can figure out what they need to do.
And if you have multiple children, I think from my experience, you should have kind of like a schedule. This one uses the bathroom at this time, and then because my brother and I would always fight over who's going to brush their teeth first, and it adds to the tension, and then you fall behind because now you're fighting.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, if you have more of a schedule in the morning and the kids really are able to work that out, sometimes you have to intervene and adjust the schedule. That's why I suggest doing some rehearsals, because then you really get it down pat. And then what you're doing, like I said, is really encouraging responsibility and problem solving so that they know what to do next if things are not perfect.
And how did you come up with these steps? Experience?
That's really a great word. Yeah, experience. A lot of parents started to ask me, well, my mornings are so crazy, I can't get ready for work, I'm late for my yoga class, what do I do? And so I kind of stepped back and thought, what do I do, or what did I do in the past? And I allowed them to, like I said, make choices and figure out like how to manage their mornings, and it just kind of flowed. Once you get into the rhythm of it, you're not, when your kids are in high school, you're not screaming at the bottom of the steps, get up, 10 minutes, get up, 5 minutes, that's all done.
Yeah.
Because it's been a process that has been improved and and just gotten better over the years.
So say you're a late bloomer and you're starting maybe in sophomore year of high school. How do you make these routines stick at such an older age?
You provide encouragement.
You rip your hair out when they leave.
No, what you do is you go through the process, and what time they can get up by themselves, if they have an iPod or an alarm clock and so forth, and then you encourage them. And if they really kind of reject the whole concept, then there are ways to encourage that. Maybe the cell phone will be quiet for a couple of days.
Whoa. You're getting into some heavy territory now.
That's right, but you know what? You don't have to be a tyrant, but if you take away one or two items that's really valuable to them, and they earn that back when they get themselves ready in the morning, cool. It's done very quickly and painlessly.
The book is called Strong from the Start, Raising Confident and Resilient Children. You're saving a lot of lives and houses in a few weeks. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Catherine.
Still to come, find out how you can bring a little piece of your vacation home with you when you come back to the real world. Plus, keeping your cool while exercising in the heat. We'll get some really important tips for getting healthy and staying safe. And check out our blog, TBD.com. Enter in the keywords, Let's Talk Live. We'll be right back.